So recording this album is not just about the music. It's about a lot of the things that have manifested in my life through bipolar disorder, whether it's nature, nurture, medication, whatever it might be. And as I've said in other videos, I kind of have these bumpers in my personality of dreadful insecurity and horrible arrogance. And I don't really want to live with either of those. Today, December 1st, marks 1 month of me not being employed or in a degree program for the first time since I was 13 years old. And in this month, a lot has happened. I definitely feel that I'm coming back to a sense of self. I'm being more social. I've definitely connected with other friends who are professional musicians, composers, engineers, and I'm learning to have some confidence in myself as a musician. I'm hoping getting to the point where it doesn't ultimately matter to me if there's someone who hates the stuff that I do, because I, especially with this song, think I proved that I'm a pretty decent guitar player. And this is the sort of thing sonically I wanted to do when I was 19 and 20, and I couldn't. I'm 46 and I'm doing it now. So in writing this song, the three movements really have direct correlations to who I am as someone who's bipolar. The first song I think has a feeling of hope. It's uplifting. It's kind of me when I'm riding a good mania, or I'm not in the perhaps in the grips of a mania and depression. So we have, I think, kind of toe tapping, upbeat feel to the song. And we get to the second part, and that is very much, yes, Martin Barr. Yes, and look at the other video for more discussion on that. Yes, Martin Barr. Yes, Narek Roth Patterson, good friend of mine. That Stratocaster right there is named after him. But I also think that there's very much some Metallica and Justice for All, especially in the two kind of call and response, coming into unison guitar solos. You can also hear a bit of Edge, especially in the first part. There's a triad that I pick that's very, boy, war, October kind of era of U2. And then, as I mentioned in the video, you get to the third part, which is the waltz. There's a Tool feel to that. Definitely Tull, yeah, but there's some Tool. Also, directly REM's Night Swimming was very much in my mind as I was creating that part. And the waltz, there's something a little creepy about it. I think that there's also something kind of romantic and hopeful. So this song, which I recorded previously, and some of you may have heard it, there were tempo issues. And the guitar solos didn't really go anywhere. It was a whole lot of notes that didn't really have direction. So I spent a lot of time crafting these solos, which meant that I really had to kind of dig into the emotions of what it is that I'm trying to accomplish in this tune. And there's a lot of the kid Aaron in this song. From a technique point of view, I think it shows that I'm a capable flat picker and cross picker. I primarily identify myself as an acoustic guitar player and a rhythm player. I wouldn't come out and say that I'm a lead guitarist per se. Although after playing this, maybe that's something that I need to revisit. Uh, this is very much me pushing my abilities further than I would normally be comfortable doing, having the confidence in some of the engineering choices that I made. Also, I don't know why I can't work with a metronome. I just can't. And so, in keeping the tempo is also something that's very important, and I think that I do that. I think the biggest thing, at least from a spiritual, mental, emotional point of view, is that I'm now really wanting to play with other musicians. I think that this is a pretty badass song, but I'm not a front man. I'm not a front person. I don't have the soaring epic. I mean, seriously, I would really love Jack Black to sing this song. I mean, hell, have the D play this. But very much a Dio, Jack Black, Meatloaf kind of more Jethro Tull, Rob Halford, Dio, that theatrical metal. Uh, I think I came in this through this song to a place of more confidence, but not really feeding an ego. I'm learning that I have so much more to learn, and I'm lucky that I have friends who are composers and engineers and musicians, and they're listening to my stuff and they're giving good feedback. I'm buying different plugins. This is a huge financial investment at a time that I'm not working. And I think I realized, as frightening as it is I think I maybe do want to try to make it as a musician, whatever that means. I think that I'm more of a composer than I ever gave myself credit for. And while I'm going to be wrapping up this album in the next month, I have 2 more covers that I want to do, and I think 3 more originals. But then I'm going to be working very closely with the dear friend Victor Garcia, who's an amazing composer. More on him later. Amazing, amazing composer. We've been friends since we were kids. We lived together when we went to college. Victor's one of my favorite composers of all time. And he's really encouraging me to accept that I'm a composer too. And what I lack in technical knowledge, he's going to be able to help me with. So I don't know if this means that I want to start trying to score things, or, it's kind of grandiose to say at 46 in a very crowded marketplace, hey, I'm going to try to make it as a musician. I'm feeling better with God. I think I'm getting closer to the point where I can go back to ministry, in a couple months with the right sort of setup. But I'm also feeling that this investment of time, talent, and treasure in music is more than just recording a vanity album. I'm hoping that as I improve, as I continue to push myself, that my music appeals to more people. So if you're still watching this, thank you. I guess I would ask share. Tell people about this, share the project. You can listen to the first 2 singles for free on SoundCloud. Senor, Tales of Yankee Power by Bob Dylan. And then With Apologies to Jethro Tull for Martin Barr, Miriam, who's my wife, and me. Those 2 songs are completely free, and they're also a good representation of what's going to be on the Bipolar album, which will drop on January 1st, 2023. All right, friends, much more to come in the next month. And when the album drops, there'll be all sorts of videos, all sorts of different things here on the site. But I have one more month, a month from today, the album will drop. I have 10 to 12 songs that are pretty much ready to go at this point, and I would like to get around 17. So I have a lot of work to do, but I'm very excited. I'm going to be starting another, I started already, but working on another original in the style of Tool. And I'm very excited for this, but I need a drummer and I need a singer. So if you like this, hit me up. I want to collaborate. I want to work with people. Thank you, friends. Thanks for supporting this project. Thanks for supporting me. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk soon.